Hey everybody, we're live, and on this incredible day, I want to introduce my friend Edward Escobar. Edward, see, I didn't say Eduardo.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Although I think
Seneca Scott.
hold on a second. Hey Seneca, we're starting. Are you coming? Say again. Oh, just click. I don't know why that's doing it, but click YouTube. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, that's wild. I didn't know it was doing that sort of thing. You want me to send you another link? Okay, you're the boss. All right. You see it. Right. Seneca's having a kind of a difficulty with a link, but he says he's headed home in 2 minutes. He'll be on. Edward and Twan. Edward, introduce Twan for us, because he and I have never met him personally. We've heard a lot about each other, but I want you to introduce my new friend here.
Twan, he's the founder of Indictment, and he's instrumental founding member of Indictment across the border from Canada to Sheng Thao Indicted. And he's a man of message. He's like the founder of science.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to take this out of order because you all were at the press conference today, and you were shuttling between Oakland, San Francisco first, and then Oakland, where the recalled mayor's attorney spoke, didn't take any questions. So give us your impression of what happened today.
Well, go ahead. Well, we were not expecting it yet, but unfolded for bribery,
Seneca Scott.
Yes. Go ahead. Let me go ahead. Hey, Seneca? What's going on with my phone? Yeah.
Hey, can you email me the link?
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, which email?
Okay.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
You see, y'all do that. I'm home. I'll be there in like 2 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right. Swan, you were saying? Go ahead. Seneca.
So I believe different charges against Sheng Thao, and some of them sentence of 5 years, but some of them most of the charges 20 years. And then it is filed with the criminal division, the yeah, I would that is as well. Yeah, how the that and that there was no union, investigate her, didn't know, investigating her out, and it's just evidence of her culpability. So the public gets to see what he's doing, close the doors, or what thing that's been in Oakland. That's the event of back here in Oakland. Instead of cleaning, providing they giving money, that's things, putting them in We need accountability, we need vigilance, and we need what that representative
Hey, I'm wondering if you could speak a little closer to the mic because there's some. We're not picking up your entire voice. I think it's the Doppler or something there. Maybe it's just a matter of just bringing your face closer to the mic, I think.
okay.
Yeah, the closer you bring it.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah,
That's better.
yeah. If you need to, you just turn it. You don't have to. You don't have to have included the entire face. We know what it looks like. All right. So yeah. So Edward, you want to add on to what he was saying?
Well, it's true what he said because it's the influence of social interest. And special interest.
Edward, move your voice closer.
Special interest is that you have national union leadership. You also have and then you have
Samari Johnson.
Millions of dollars.
Hold that thought, Samari. Great. Hey, you want to join us on the show real quick?
No, hold on.
Let me call you back because we're starting. I'll get you on another one, okay? We started. All right, cool. All right. That was for those people watching who wonder who that was. First of all, Seneca, welcome. That was Samari Johnson. And for those people who've heard about, right, Seneca's laughing already. That was Seneca. Samari is the gentleman who actually made the racist mailers, but didn't get paid by minority. Right. And so Zennie 62 Media broke that story actually thanks to Lauren Taylor, who said to Samari, you need to tell Zennie your story. And it's a horrifying story. So we're going to get him on another time out of respect for you gentlemen and move forward. Seneca, what do you think about this? Because as I was saying, to start this we all saw this before most other people, except those who are experiencing it, in particular Leanna Powell, who I invited on, who wants us to speak for her because she's still recovering from cancer battle, not out of the woods entirely, and wants the city. She wants the city to pay. I told her the city owes her millions. And Seneca, you're nodding.
She needs to.
Go ahead.
I can hear myself.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, but I can hear myself.
Oh, I can hear you. We can hear you.
I have an echo and shit.
Oh, yeah, but see, if I turn off echo cancellation, then I can't get this volume exchange. It's kind of a weird problem.
Mute. Everybody mute.
Just go ahead and talk. Well, I'll figure out how to deal with it.
I can't hear myself. That's weird.
Let's see here. Let's try this.
You mute, Zennie.
No, if I mute, there's a problem. Try it now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better. No?
No, I can hear myself.
You. Okay. That's anyway. I'll say it because I think basically Eduardo.
Hold on. Just if you can mute when you're not talking. In fact, it's Chicago. Otherwise, we're just sitting here looking at you.
Well, let me try it.
Okay. Yeah, that works. So whatever you got going on over there, when you talk, you just unmute, and when I finish talking, I'll mute, and that way, we can keep it better. What I was saying is that Leanna Powell still has a ability to sue because her case is open, and as long as her case is open, she can say that there's an ongoing continuation of the harm, but she needs to go ahead and take care of that soon because she has been harmed to the tune of millions anyway. Now you can.
Eduardo, you want to add on to that?
Yeah. Let's mention the other potential lawsuit is Lauren Taylor. And I'd like Seneca to address that because we were discussing that earlier today in court.
Yeah, I mean, if these, well, I don't know how she could sue Sheng Thao personally, and Mario Juarez personally, and the Duongs personally, I would guess, for defamation of character. I'm not sure what kind of legal lawsuit. I'm not a lawyer, but I know the city of Oakland harmed Leanna because she worked for them as an employee and directly for Sheng Thao, and blew the whistle about her campaigning on city time, and as a consequence of that was terminated. And so that's a wrongful termination. Putting out a mean flyer about someone is not necessarily actionable legally, in my understanding. Unless they can show that she was on city time. But she did trade favors for the city of Oakland for that, but that's her personally who did that. Unless they can show that more people in the city of Oakland were involved in that systemically, the blame would fall more as personal, whatever, private citizens to Andre and Sheng Thao.
Yeah, because Seneca, this started with, I put echo cancellation on. This started with that whole matter of the city clerk and how it handled the mayor's application when she was District 4 council member, Sheng Thao, application to be mayor, where the timestamp was changed. And Marlene Sachs actually brought a lawsuit to point out that timestamp was changed to reflect the fact that, well, not the fact, to reflect the idea that they arrived, she and Andre, on time, when in point of fact, their application really didn't get in until 30 minutes after the hour, right? And then we had, remember Tim Dupuis? I interviewed Tim Dupuis, the Alameda County Registrar, talking about ranked choice voting and how ranked choice voting was done, and that exposed a lot of problems. So that we had, if you add it up, we had the Leanna Powell problem. We had the
Hey,
Marlene
Zennie,
Sachs.
I got the case queued up. You're talking about if I can share my screen.
Cool. Yeah, bring it up. Yeah. Well,
I'm
we
trying
got.
to, but it's not letting me.
Oh, I got you. That's because I got to do it like that. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Let me make this one point, and I'll get right back to that. We got the Leanna Powell problem first. Then we had the Marlene Sachs timestamp problem with the mayoral candidates, including you, Senator, because you were running for mayor at the time. Remember, we had that great.
I'm the last one to file on time.
Yeah, and we had that great dinner at. Well, actually, I was only there in a cyber sense, but it was still fun, wasn't it? And then we had, after that, my interview with Alameda County Registrar Tim Dupuis, and after that, we had the whole matter of Sheng and her monies. There was allegations by Charlie Pine that she was using. This is where Charlie Pine was the first to bring this to my attention. Matter of straw votes and illegal donations. Charlie Pine was all over that. So, and I don't hope he's still with us. He's up there in years, but he's mentioned this a couple of times in emails to me and in posts on his own blog. So, the groundwork, I heard people in the media talk about this, and the groundwork was really set then. Now, Seneca, you wanted to point to the indictment? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so just so you can see the cover, this is the Alameda Taxpayers Association.
Yeah, that's Marlene Sachs, absolutely. And this was her lawsuit. I don't know. Do you never know what the disposition of this was, Seneca? What the outcome of this was? Because she filed it, but I don't know that it ever was adjudicated. I mean, something happened to it. Unless, of course, it's pending.
Oh shit! You can't hear me. I'm like, oh, what could you not? Yeah, it's ongoing. I'm sorry, I pressed mute
Okay,
on my
it's
mic.
ongoing.
It's ongoing. Yeah. They're about to enter into settlement talks.
Okay.
So Marlene has them dead to right, but here's the thing. This is the basis of the case, that she filed late and that the timestamp was said it was broke, but they faked it. I don't know what happened.
No, I just gave you a solo layout. That's all.
Oh, I can't
Oh.
see the screen anymore.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me do this. How's that? I was giving you a
Yeah,
solo layout to highlight that you were talking.
I know, but you can't. It's okay. Let's leave it. Anyway, just so people can take a look at it and read it in the time that I've been talking. I was the last person to follow on time, and the honest truth is, Zennie, is that Alicia Victory didn't follow on time either.
Yes.
And she also was instrumental in Thao winning.
Yes.
Local 21 covered it up. They didn't care about Elisa. They just qualified her. But they covered it up for Sheng. The unions are complicit. So I think that it's also worth noting that we found out today from reading the lawsuit that it was Oakland's public ethics department that tipped off the FBI. So how much more did they share? And did they share all of these open public ethics investigations? We have no way of knowing, but I think the time is now to come forward to the city of Oakland and really put the screws to them about making this right with the taxpayers who have been assaulted, our First Amendment rights, disenfranchised. Like I've literally been, but we have all here, Twan, Edward, and myself, been physically assaulted, had our property damaged and stolen from members of the city. We're harassed constantly online by an army of fake accounts who do nothing but smear you and try to destroy your reputation. And people are always trying to intimidate us. For who? For her? For Sheng Thao? Come on.
Right. Oh, and hey, Seneca. And let's not forget that it was Oakland side that tried to discredit Leanna Powell when she brought her story to me. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, they had to run back-to-back stories, back-to-back days, because the first one they didn't get right. They made it all about you and forgot about the victim.
Yeah, right.
And also, Darwin sent Leanna a threatening email, threatening to expose criminal allegations, criminal charges, or some shit she did when she was a fucking teenager.
Yeah.
And like 20 years later, like, I'm going to run this if you don't, and embarrass you if you don't talk to me, type of fucking shit. That's when I cut Darwin off. That was, before that, I would go back and forth with him and talk to Oakland side, and it was contentious, but I actually would like give them interviews and shit. Like after that, it was like, yo, fuck you, Darwin. Like, you're a fucking piece of shit. And if you hear this, you're still a piece of shit for that. You're gonna get karma. You're gonna get yours for that one.
Yeah, that was really horrible.
She responded with her own email. One day, with her permission, I'll share both. Maybe we get Oakland side in court, where it'd be a perfect time to share those. But anyway, the plot thickens. But what I want to know is this: could you bring up? Could you stop sharing this and bring up?
Where'd he go?
I think you bounced him. Since before you bring him back, as you bring him back, we believe that Lauren Taylor was cheated as being the true mayor, and he should be installed. We don't need to do a special election at this point.
Well, that was, Eduardo. Yeah, that's the thing. Unfortunately, we have to do it because we actually hold that role with the county, and the county went through its process. And if you try to introduce that again, they're just going to say they went through this process. They evaluated it.
No, the city of Oakland, to avoid a lawsuit, they should install Lauren Taylor as a de facto mayor. Because why? Because this was illegal. Everything they did, they cheated their way into office, the office of the mayor. Mm-hmm. So the true legitimate mayor, Lauren Taylor, install him and let him.
I guess here's my point, though. I want to focus on Sheng now.
I don't know about that. Why would you install any leadership? We have a special election, and Lauren needs to win it and race against Barbara Lee.
Yeah, Eduardo, let's focus on the stuff
the point is he already won the original election.
Eduardo, that's side. That's side.
We don't know that. We don't know that side. Even like that
Eduardo,
flyer.
Edward, that's side stuff. Okay, we need to drill down on what happened with Sheng. There's a history there, and we need to focus on that history, and I'll tell you why. I was watching KPIX Seneca, and they had some political guy. He didn't know all of the stuff that we know. And so it's incumbent upon us to explain what we've experienced and know. I don't care how somebody feels about our being involved. We were the first. That's a fact. You were,
I agree. Let me share my screen again. I don't know why.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
So you see that?
No, this one? That one, right?
That one.
Okay.
So look at that. I should read that. The allegations contained in the criminal indictment are devastating. That's
Can you
true.
enlarge that, please? Just do the.
I can't.
Yeah, you have to
Hold
go
on.
to View, Zoom, and then zoom in if you're using Firefox. There you go. Much better. Thank you.
There should be no tolerance whatsoever for secret pay-for-play schemes that erode the public trust. Very well said. Barbara Lee is very eloquent and a terrific speaker. Oaklanders expect and deserve leaders who only have one agenda: honest, accountable leadership that serves the people of Oakland. Here's where we have an issue: the people who back her, the unions, and all of them. These allegations are true. Most of us know this, and the fresh start. How do we have that if we have someone who tell the 86,000 people who voted for the recall how they feel, how she feels about the fact that she told us not to vote for it. Furthermore, when she said the recalls are anti-democratic, what about the fact that she voted to impeach Trump twice, and rightfully so? What is the fundamental difference between an impeachment and a recall? I think Oakland voters deserve to know that. And the reason I say that is, let's take a look at these comments. Thank you for your leadership, but then it's snark. And then all you see is a ratio, right?
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that Andy Long you went past?
Phil says thank you. Andy doesn't say anything. I mean,
but that was Andy Long, right?
Why do you got people putting devil horns? She shouldn't be going through this, man. She is too dignified of a leader, and her legacy is too strong for her to be subject to this. And the unions lied to her, telling her that she was going to face no resistance and Lauren was just going to lay down and we were going to let someone who told people to vote no on both recalls that were wildly popular and then not have to answer to them at all. They did her a disservice because she's not going to walk into the mayor's office. It looks like Lauren is throwing blows. If you look at his statement, Zennie, you can pull that one up if you want to. I think people should pull it up and you can share your screen. Lawrence Taylor's statement on Twitter. Today. Here's an official statement. I mean, that is a very, very strong statement from someone like Lauren Taylor. It's almost uncharacteristic of Lauren. Maybe almost dying, like you talked about, had some effect on his, gumption or the size of his testicles. Nevertheless, it looks like he's coming out swinging and he's not laying down for the Barbara Lee regime. And if you combine the fires in Los Angeles with the fact that Karen Bass and Barbara Lee look alike physically and have the same backers with SEIU, and the fact that all these unions and the progressive cabal rubber stamped and are still defending Sheng to this day.
Are you referring to this, Seneca?
No. Just go to his profile and then it'll come up first. Scroll down. It'll be one of the first things you see. That one right there. Click on that. Click on that statement, right? You can make it big. This is a sad day for Oakland. The charges brought forth by the federal government are simply further evidence that Oaklanders have been an afterthought. It's no wonder that we Oaklanders are frustrated with facing the same problem time and time again while not making any progress. And now, with the same political operatives who popped up this recalled mayor and brought us to the brink of bankruptcy, want us to again trust their pick for mayor. We may be unified by anger today.
Yeah, that's throwing bunches.
We may be unified by anger today, but we must turn this anger into action tomorrow in the upcoming special election. Then he says Oakland deserves better. He coming out swinging. That's right at Barbara's throat.
Yeah,
and
it is.
I want to see a debate now. I want to see a debate. Oakland deserves to see. Twan, what you got to say?
I think we need true representation, and our elected leaders needs to come out and explain how they're going to represent Oakland, how they're going to fix Oakland, and what the path forward will look like for the residents of Oakland. Where's the leadership that Oakland needs right now? And we need our leaders to come out and say, how is there going to be change for the residents of Oakland? Because we've had many years of corruption.
Right. Don't tell us what you're going to do. Tell us how. Don't tell us what you're going to do. Tell us how. No detail. All the
run on the policies that you will implement for the residents of Oakland.
To get good results, positive results. We need bold leadership.
I haven't seen a policy put forward. I haven't seen a vision that actually that could be implemented and executed that works on behalf of the residents of Oakland. I just heard a lot of superficial promises. We don't want empty promises from politicians.
We've had enough.
We want leadership that actually delivers.
Good results, great results. That's what we need right now. Leadership that inspires confidence. That's what Oakland needs now.
All the defenders of Sheng Thao, all these months and months and months, despite the facts on the ground, that's not acceptable to us.
And let's not forget who took the side against the recalls, against DA Price recall and against Sheng Thao recall. That we were called anti-democratic, that we were undemocratic, even though we were following the state constitution. This is part of.
But what about the fact that Pam Price is getting brought up on charges likely too? She's ducking subpoenas.
That's right around the corner. From
Pam Price is being subpoenaed. Why? She's the DA. She should be the first to obey the law. Why does the judicial system have to track her down for a subpoena?
Unacceptable.
Yes.
Tuan, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that epic photo bomb that the entire world is going to see today.
You know, I was at court to listen to the government announce the counts of charges against the corruption, against the bribery, against the wire fraud, the mail fraud, and then Sheng Thao pleads no guilty. I was so shocked. And then, you know, at one point she comes out down first, and I didn't know what was happening outside. I know there were reporters waiting, and when I walked out the front of the building, I looked up and I saw there was Sheng Thao talking to the press, and I saw, you know, it was very dishonest. And as an Asian immigrant, I was hoping that Sheng Thao would succeed and would represent us. I think it's hard for women to you know, prove themselves professionally. They always have to bring their game on, and I was hoping that, you know, she would be as the first Asian Hmong immigrant of a major city in the U.S. that she would bring honor to us. But in fact, she is corrupt. She has been a huge disappointment to the Asian community. She has embarrassed us. She doesn't represent the Asian value. And in fact, she betrays the Asian value, and she in no way represents us. And I wanted to be there to very strongly hold firm and, you know, and be in the public and say, no, Asians will take a stand against corruption. And in no way does Sheng Thao represent us. And in fact, she harms our community and the future of other Asians who might want to enter the political sphere, who might want to have a chance and a shot at proving themselves. She basically dishonored all of us. So to all the people who say she's being targeted because she's Asian, I'm sorry. She does not represent the Asian community. Not at all. And she will be held accountable by the Asian community.
Tuan said, "She not like us." She said, "Sheng Thao not like us." Tell them why you mad. Yeah, I'm trying to crack a joke, but it is also a sad day for Oakland because now we're again the laughing stock of the country. And although maybe deservedly so, not the people, but our government, we need to stop electing these people, even with, yeah, I agree with Hopeless, whatever that name is. They're going to, the evidence is too strong. You saw that Mario Juarez was wearing a wire. You can read through the lines in the case. And he obviously was an informant for months before he set them up, got everything he needed over time. And so, yeah, she will plead out. Only 5% of cases.
You know, hey, so, you know, Mario cut a deal.
Mario is on a boat in Mexico.
Yeah. He cut a deal, man.
Co-defendant number one or something like whatever they call him.
Yeah.
Seneca, let's discuss or talk about the fact that how we did Oakland a favor by ushering Sheng Thao out of office so that this whole fiasco did not occur while she was the mayor of Oakland, which would damage further the reputation of Oakland nationally and internationally and make us even a greater laughing stock and the greater butt of jokes. So
It would have affected our credit rating.
it definitely would have affected.
It did.
It definitely would have made it worse if we
It would
had
have made it
not
worse. Yeah.
been proactive about addressing this immediately as soon as we were able to within the time frame of the calendar, because you have to give them 90 days, and even we went beyond that. We went beyond the 90 days in doing so with the recall. But you know what we did, what had to be done, and that's what we tell people, is that your voice, your vote makes a difference, and your participation in grassroots movements. We are nonpartisan, and this is true outside the partisan control mechanisms. We made this happen. Historically, never happened before.
It's a grassroots effort. We're not MAGA, right-wing extremists, coal-hugging.
None of that.
We're not
all the lies.
Anti-immigrant. They called me an anti-immigrant. What? I'm an immigrant. I'm a self-hating immigrant. They call us terrorists, pedophiles, all these things that are thrown at us. And at the end of the day, it's about transparency, ending corruption, and it's grassroots movement that is holding our electeds accountable. And it's 80-something thousand residents who voted to recall Sheng Thao because of her incompetency and her dishonesty. And now the facts are coming out. The fraud and corruption is coming out. And all our electeds should know that that corruption cannot continue. And we, the public, will not tolerate it. We will stay vigilant, and they will be held accountable.
Right.
Hey, folks, here's a list of, I put together, this is on ZennieReport.com. This is the list of charges along with the defendants, and there are.
Hey guys, I gotta cut loose. What is always a pleasure.
Okay, I'll see you, man.
I'll talk to you soon.
You got it. There are
we having a party. I gotta get to the office and get things up and get ready.
All right, there's a total of 8 counts, folks. Count 1, conspiracy. That's for all 4: Shang, Andre, David, and Andy. That's 5 years in prison, 3 years supervised release, $250,000 fine. Count 2 is bribery. That's Shang and Andre. That's 10 years in prison, 3 years supervised release, $250,000 fine. Count 3 is Dave and Andy. That's bribery. That's 10 years in prison, 3 years supervised release, $250,000 fine. Count 4, conspiracy to commit honest services mail fraud. That's 20 years in prison, 3 years supervised release, $250,000 fine. Count 5 is that's for all of them. Again, that's honest services mail fraud. That is 20 years in prison. The next 3 are all 20 years in prison, and they all honest services mail fraud charged against all of them. And
Zennie, my phone is about to die, so if you want to save that, all the charges and the details of that, so that you could share that with your viewers after, because it's gonna cut off here any moment.
Okay.
So if you have any other questions or any other things that we want to address quickly, so that way we can wrap this.
Yeah, how do you think all this ends?
I think the investigation will broaden. I think more people will be ensnarled, and I think they might cut deals. And as they cut deals, we will see more transparency, and we will see more people being indicted.
And we were asked by a reporter about this and what we've done. And I said, this goes beyond a campaign. This is a movement that we've begun. So Karen Bass in Los Angeles, watch out.
Hey, so wow, hold on a second here. Let's get so when you say let's watch out from that, let me ask you, how do you propose to carry this from this issue to a bigger state issue? Not that it isn't, because the problem that I have is procedurally, whoever set this up did it for a handful of media. They didn't do it so that it could be spread to social media quickly. In other words, for example, for the indictment announcement, there was no Zoom. And so if there was Zoom, this would have gotten out a lot faster. And so as a result, they really screwed up the distribution of this. And, I showed that they were really more a child of 20th century media rather than 21st. So there's an uphill battle to be climbed there. But how do you propose to do that? Oh, I think I lost them there. But that's my question. That's going to be my question. My question is, how do you propose to do that, right? Because that's something that is, it's an issue. And so let me get some of your comments here. Hopper says, Tower will announce a new mayoral campaign uses Make Oakland Great Again. She's small potatoes for the feds. Fines and probation. Yes, there are federal charges. Yeah, sure enough, there are. Yeah. Hopper says, I guess at most 5 years in low-level security prison for Thao, possibly straight probation with no jail time. She's not a serial offender. She's a first-time offender if she's found to be guilty. I have to say it that way because everyone is entitled to be innocent until proven guilty. That's the way. And innocent until proven guilty. So, but we have to say overall that the system worked, and the system worked, and I'm not talking about the system, I mean the recall system. It got out, it got away, it got us out of this situation, an ugly situation, really, that would have looked worse. It would have looked bad if it happened while the mayor was on staff, while it was on her watch. Okay, that would have been bad for the city. Bad for the city. Absolutely. Shonup says she's not a liberal though. She plays the fascist playbook. Ooh. And it's got a text here. Let's see here. What is you better copyright that. Yeah, that's a good idea. You might want to. She's small potatoes for feds. So, getting back to the charges, though, yeah, these, and I'll make a separate video about these, but still, the fact of the matter is that she's looking at 20 years in jail because of honest services mail fraud. It's repeated 3 times, which means they have 3 counts pointing to that alone. Okay, 3 counts of violations of honest services mail fraud that are each 20 years in prison. Okay, and the following one is by Andy Duong alone: false statements to a government agency, 5 years in prison, 3 years supervised release, $250,000 fine. There's a lot here to stick. That's what. There's a lot that they're going to have to battle back and get around, and that's what's bothersome here. And so, Hopper says a convicted felon was elected president, so a convicted felon could be elected mayor. No, Thao isn't going to be mayor again. Shonup says, Zen, it's HOA Prez, not HOA Prez. HOA Prez. Okay. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but HOA Prez. Not Hope. Okay. Well, I get what you're saying. You're talking about Ho-Prez. Got it. Oh, okay. I got you. So, folks, we're going to do more live streams like this one. I'm going to see if maybe Samari wants to come in. Or actually, you know what? I'll handle Samari another time. Just because we've been on here 39 minutes to date on this Friday night. We'll be back. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And please, like this live stream, share it, please, and subscribe to Zennie62 on YouTube, and bookmark ZennieReport.com and OaklandNewsOnline.com for the most up-to-date information on this, either from Zennie62 on YouTube or other YouTube channels whose videos appear on OaklandNewsOnline.com. Hey, thanks everybody. We'll see you. That ends this live stream.